What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to season number 2 here of the Wolverhampton Wolves manager career mode here in FIFA, or I should say FC 25. As yes, we're going to be in season 2 here in this series, and we're going to keep rolling strong with this team here because I feel like we got a good team going into season number 2 as we kick off the season here in the Premier League, and we're going to have Brighton as our first competition here. And for the first 3 games of the season, we have Brighton here in this first matchup, and then of course the second matchup we'll have a matchup with Nott'm Forest, and of course we'll finish off with Brentford for the first 3 games of the new season. So we're in the month of August, and of course you guys seen the preseason, and of course the Shield game several weeks ago, actually a couple months ago. I had it here on the channel. Now we're back for season 2, and we got a pretty good year. I feel like the team we got right now, we built pretty well. Got a lot of youth academy players are going to be actually being called up here before. I'm really trying to get them in there before we get into the next transfer window, which will be not this one that's coming up here in the next episode or so, but by the time we get to the winter transfer, I'm hoping to get some players moved around. And of course, if there are some veterans that want to leave or have interest of leaving, we're going to go ahead and let them leave, with the exception of a few players I have in mind. And of course, you'll pretty much know who they are. I'll definitely mention who they will be if they pop up. But there you see Brighton's starting 11 there, and of course they have a really good team here, strong team from the previous season. And for us, you see we got some new faces, of course some of the same ones you've seen already. And of course Cunha is back healthy again here. We'll see what he can do in his new season here with us. As last season, remember, he stayed out quite a bit of the season as he was hurt. And of course, Guedes took over and did a great job there as our striker. And now he is, of course, back in that wing position there. You see he scores the first goal of the game here today. Nice job there from Guedes as he gets his first goal here for the Wolves. As the Wolves now take a 1-0 lead here early on against the Brighton squad. And so far, so good. As Guedes getting the first points of the day. Nice job there. Excellent job. And we'll see if, of course, he can step up to the plate and show what he is all about here. As we'll see, and it's 1-0 here. We already scored the first goal. Looking to try to see or get our second one here. It's Guedes now getting this next shot set up here. See, you get one in the middle there. He can't find nobody there, but he finds Celebrini gets the second goal here for the Wolves as the Wolves lead this one 2-0 here at home. Nice job as we get our second goal in today's matchup. And that's a great opportunity there for the Wolves, now taking a two-point lead here early on. And they are definitely doing a great job of showing what they have done here, especially since continuing last season, winning the Premier League the Premier League title, as well as the FA Cup and the I believe it was the Carabao Cup as well. So we won all 3 cups, both 2 domestic and of course the Premier League Cup. And of course now we're trying to see if we can do that, plus add on to our trophy case, as we have now ourselves in the Champions League here this season. And of course we will definitely be making some moves to, of course, strengthen the squad here, especially in that particular competition, because we're going to be going up against the best of the best in European football. As Guedes now has the ball here, as it's a pretty wet day here on the pitch. It's kind of not really coming down as hard or anything like that, but as you see here, Cunha makes his first goal here of the second season. Nice job here. Of course, we're looking to him to be our goal leader here this year, as he has got his first goal showing the power that he has there. Of course, he knocks down his own players there. And of course, Brighton not liking that one bit, as that was a great opportunity there for him. And of course, the Wolves now here again continue to strengthen their lead here in today's game as they lead it 3-0. As we'll see here, we got 2 extra minutes in stoppage here as we get close to the half. And there you see Brighton here trying to make their first attempt at trying to get a goal here today. It's been pretty much all of it's just pretty much been Wolves here in this first half, as the Wolves did a great job here at making attacks and going after Brighton. And now Brighton here now trying to catch up here, as now we're in the second half of this ball game. And Brighton here having a tough time really getting the ball, really struggling quite a bit there in the first half in the midfield there. And now starting to get the ball now. It's going towards our defensive third as they're looking to strike here. And a nice fight there, a nice battle. As thought we had the ball there. March here now passes to O'Reilly. O'Reilly tries to shoot, and Bribery here shoots it outside the box, and a nice block there for our Wolves getting in front of there defensively. And now the Wolves now going on the attack here as the numbers game is in more of their favor here. Finds Cunha. Cunha gets the shot. It takes it, and a nice pass there from Guedes, as that's going to be his second goal here today. And now they lead it 4-0 here in Brighton, as a Brighton crowd not liking this at all. And of course, Wolves looking to try to get their first clean sheet of the season. We had a tough time midway through the season getting clean sheets as we're giving up goals, and of course that's one of the things that manager Luis Morales says he wants to do a lot more better job here. He wants to see this team. He knows this team is capable of getting clean sheets, but sometimes it's not always the case. As March here shoots, and he's going to get that one deflected. He does a great job there of getting that block, and that was a little dangerous there, as Brighton pretty much could have easily shot that and got the first goal here in today's game. Now we're here, we see trying to make a push here, looking for somebody to go down the field here. And there you see a great break there as Gomes here shoots it. Gomes, fires it back to Guedes. Guedes shoots and scores. And that's going to be 5-0 here. Wolves lead it, as that was a great setup there. Gomes thinking about taking the shot, but then decides no, he's going to pass it off to a teammate and finds Guedes. And like I said, Guedes did a great job there, picking up the slack from where Cunha, of course, got injured there. He was injured for, I want to say, at least good 3 months towards the latter part of the mid part of the season. Was able to come back for the final month or so of games, and still had a great season, as he was by far still the best scorer in the Premier League. Nice, not so nice slide tackle there. And it looks like we're going to get hit with a yellow card. With Nelson here, he's going to get hit with one, and that's going to be his first. That's our first yellow card of the season. And of course, Nelson had a little trouble last season with that situation there, as he led us in yellow cards and I believe in red cards. He had a couple of red cards there. Sometimes he gets a little too aggressive, a little too excessive on the tackling there, and of course we have to try to reel him back at times. And of course we got a great backups there to help him out in case those situations happen. A great save there, and another great save there for the goalkeeper of Brighton, making 2 great saves. And now we're going to try to see if we can get this ball back here, as we're getting close to the finish this ball game up. We're 5-0 as Brighton here trying to, of course, score here, and of course try to break up this chance of getting a opportunity for a shutout here put upon them. And now here we're just trying to move the ball, and a tackle there. It looks like the Brighton player here is going to get drawn a yellow card there, as he takes the feet from exactly as I was hoping for. De Silva going to get hit with a yellow card there, taking the legs from under Cunha. And of course, Cunha's had those injuries, like I mentioned earlier, this past season in our first year here with the Wolves here in this particular series. And that was one of the things there. Of course, we got to try to make sure we keep Cunha healthy and active. As I think we may not have him play so much in the cup games and have him more involved in games here in the Premier League. As another score being there, and this time Gomes is going to get this as Rodrigo Gomes in the nets, and he gets that nice goal here. It's now 6-0 as Brighton fans booing us, and they are booing us strong here. As it looks like we're going to make some changes there on the starting 11 here, especially in the backfield. Get some healthier, stronger legs coming on the pitch here. And, of course, try to see if we can end this game here with a 6-0 victory. As defense, oh, come on, guys. Got to play better than that here. And now Brody here, he'll shoot and miss there as that goes wide to the left side there. And now we'll see here with 4 extra minutes left here. And oh, no, as Van Heek there gets this one here. He has it. He's looking for a cross of some sort as he'll pass this one to O'Reilly. O'Reilly has it, gives the Wafer here, shoots. He got that one blocked. Nice job there on that save. And now a corner kick here. Now we just try to, no! Oh, my goodness, bro. Brownlee there, he hits Robbery. He gets that one there, and he is going to get a nice, beautiful header there, and that's not how we wanted this one to end. We'll get the victory here, but we were really hoping for a clean sheet to start off this season, as they really did not. We did not do a good job there defending the header, and that is what's going to cost us here, as our guys were not doing too well there on that play. As we'll see the final whistle being blown here in just a few seconds, and yep, there it is. Final whistle. We end up winning this one here, not in the fashion we won, a clean sheet. We give up a goal at the last minute of the game in extras there, and the final score is 6-1. Not a bad start there for the Wolves, but of course we were really hoping to have our first clean sheet of the season, and I guess that's just going to have to wait another day, as Cunha is going to be named your player of the game here in the first game of the season here on the road against Brighton, as Cunha had 2 goals, Guedes had 2 goals, Gomes had a goal, and of course Sanabrini had a goal as well. As we take a look at some of the stats here, possession-wise, I'm really surprised the possession went to them. They had 52%. We had 48% there. I think if the computer's on something, because I think it was the other way around. We may not have the ball too often, but I think overall possession-wise, I think we were better at it. Interceptions, they had 11. We had 8. We had 8 saves in the game. Guedes 2 goals, 4 assists there from him. Nice day there. He's going to be actually the player of the match of that one. Cunha had 2 goals. Gomes had a goal and 2 assists. Sanabrini had a goal there. And of course, there you see Brighton's Brian Brabe there. He is going to get a goal there for his team. So they luck out. They avoid the sweep or the clean sheet there, and end up getting themselves avoid. They don't get a win or points there, but they do avoid getting hit with that clean sheet. There you see one of Sasha. There are one of our young strikers, or younger strikers, I guess you should say. Brighton was making an offer there for him, and after that loss there, I'm like, no, not happening. Of course, Pedro Lima is being looked at as well. He's our 19-year-old. Roma is making an offer for him, and he is definitely one of those players that I am not willing to give up, as he is our future in our backfield there. So he is not going to be. They're going to have to ask for some. They're going to have to offer some big-time money for him, and I think to me that was just not a good deal there for that particular team that we're looking for. So next up is Nott'm Forest, as we'll see what they can do in today's matchup here in the second one. Nott'm Forest, of course, finished the season in 11th place, as their record on the table was 44 points, 12, 8, and 18 last season. And now this season right now, they're not doing so well here as they are now 0-1 in their first match of the season. They lost to Crystal Palace, who seems like on paper, on paper, look like a very well-rounded, put together team. But we'll see them actually coming up, I believe, in the next episode, in episode 18. But right now we are at home here for our home opener, and this one should be a good one, as the Wolves are still looking for their first, their first clean sheet. We already got our first win. We're looking for our first clean sheet and win here, and hopefully we can do that against Nott'm Forest. So back here at home, beautiful sight here once again to start off the season as we get into match week number 2. And of course, Morgan Gibbs White, of course, a former Wolf way back in the day, is here with us. Remember, if he was one of our star players in our original series back in FIFA 20, and now since then he's been bopping around the Premier League. And at some point here, I would like to bring him back. He is definitely one of my favorites when I started playing this particular series, and it's, especially with this team. Definitely one of my favorite players of the Premier League. But yeah, we'll have to see if we can, of course, go out here, put on a great performance, and of course, try to get most importantly, a victory here. Try to pick up some points, as we need points here often and early. So we're looking at 3 here today. As we'll see here, Nott'm Forest here on the attack, and this is the first time really teams have actually been attacking us here, as we have such a long shot there outside the box, and Nott'm Forest gets the first goal here within the first 5 minutes of the game, as that was just a beautiful shot there. Look at this great chance, great pass there, and of course off the volley, and then just rockets it right in the back of the net. And Coach Morales there not liking that at all. She's like, okay, seriously, we got to do a better job here. As Konate there makes a beautiful shot there top of the box, and they lead it now 1-0. So no clean sheet here for us, so we now just trying to go for the victory here. As we'll see, defensively there, they are really good, as they're able to get their way of controlling that ball. Now here we are trying to get a shot there of a goal opportunity here. And now we'll see here we're having a little bit of trouble as Nott'm Forest, they're not one of the worst teams in the league. They're like I said, they were kind of a mid-table team, but this right now, so just starting off here today, they look like they've been improved their game very well compared to last season. As now the Wolves here now trying to make a chance here. Ronaldo here has it, gives it to Cunha. Cunha makes it, goes in. He's going to shoot and fire that one there. Nice goal there from Cunha. As now we have now tied it up here in the 14th minute. It is now a 1-1 game, leveled up evenly here, as Cunha gets another goal here for his Wolves, and the crowd going wild. As they just now try to get a few more goals here and score. And of course, I talked to Coach Morales about scoring this season. He says, hey, he wants to be cutthroat. He wants to go attack as much as he possibly can and do as much as he can offensively, and really push the ball and make it, let it be well known that they're not going to take any crap here. They're not going to lay off. They're not going to, be shy about scoring here. As they, another great score there. Nice job there from Gomes finding Guedes. Nice pass there to him, and he's going to score a goal here as well, as we now lead it 2-1 here at home, as the crowd is, of course, going wild here for this one, as they make another great opportunity here for themselves. But yeah, Coach Morales said that was one of the things that they really talked about. Like, hey, we're not going to go out here. We're not going to go out here and be friendly with teams. For those 90 minutes, we're going to punish teams as best as we can, offensively and defensively, and make no, be unapologetic about it. He says he's Tired of teams overlooking them, especially teams like Liverpool, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Manchester United, all those. He's done. Arsenal, he wants to come out here and let them know that we are going to be the new big dogs of the Premier League, and we're not gonna be too nice about it. So we'll see how that goes here this season. And of course, last season it was a great year for them. It was kind of a good rebound from previous seasons there. And let's see here. And of course, this year we have a little bit more money that we can actually have in our bank account here, so we can make some moves if need be. Not necessarily some gaudy moves with players and stuff like that, but we definitely can make some waves here in bringing in certain players of certain caliber to our team. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in somebody like we did in our original series. We brought in Mape, which was at the time that game came out, he was still young and he was well known, but I think now trying to get him now will definitely be breaking the bank. Try to bring him in here. Of course, he has that nice deal there with Real Madrid, which I don't see that us trying to pay a transfer fee of trying to get him to come to English football, but you never know. But we're trying to look for those type of players there, some of those up and coming young players that I've got my eye on, and I got several players in mind on my own little short list that I like to bring in here, both from here within the Premier League as well as Bundesliga, and of course there are a couple of MLS players that I would like to bring in as well. We see a great pass there. That's a great, nice finish there on that one. As we're in the second half of this one, and Celebrini gets the goal. As now it's 3-1. I don't know where Nottingham Forest is in this game here. Ever since that first goal, you would think that they would be keep up with this. It's kind of be a back and forth type of deal, but so far the Wolves have really done a great job here taking control after getting that second goal. Have now really gotten themselves in this groove here. So now 3-1. Nottingham Forest here shoots, and that one it's going to be in the box, and they cannot get that one to score. So see Gomes here. Oh, nice shot there right at the goalkeeper. And goalkeeper able to make that nice save. We'll see a opportunity for a header, and no, not so much luck there. As Wolves here can't get that header. As we'll see. Nice job there. Oh, good interception there from them. Ooh, nice tackle for the Wolves players here. Is now we'll see Gomes here has it. Gomes now trying to get around traffic. Gets that one pass up the middle there to Celebrini right in front of the goalkeeper. It makes it now 4-1. Wolves lead here in today's game. So nice job as they get around that traffic there in that box. And of course, it makes another nice goal. And of course, just laying it thick here in this lead. And of course, like I said, we got a lot of youth academy players that we're trying to figure out. Well, we have an idea what we need to do with them coming up this season, because there's quite a few that I'm really thinking that we need to make a push here, get them involved, and not necessarily maybe a couple of matchups here. Oh no! I was trying my best to try and get the goalkeeper to get a hold of that get in front of that, or get the soccer ball there. But for whatever reason, they would not let me switch over, or let him, die. Usually they'll let him dive for it there or pick it up, but no, they did not let me do so there. And then of course that one goes right through our legs there, and that's how they're going to score the goal. Of course, we've done that to them already now twice now, scoring, put one in the 5-hole there on their goalkeeper. So I guess it's only right. And we'll see a block there, nice save. Another opportunity here for Nottingham Forest here to try to get control of the ball game here. They're only down by 2 goals, and they're trying to make this a little closer here. Now it's, oh no, come on. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. They're going to shoot, and that one's going to be off the hands of the goalkeeper. Nice save there from Save. Of course, we're trying to get some younger goalkeepers here to help us out as well. As to say, I think he's getting close to, you know, his days are his days here in the Premier League are about close to sunset here, and I think we need to start really getting that next goalkeeper ready, which we have a few in mind. I've got a couple of youth academy guys that I think would be a good selection for us, and like I say, try to get them involved, and that goes for really all players here that we have when it comes to youth academy. Get them involved early here, get them a couple of the FA games, Cabero Cup, you know, kind of mix and match with, see what works with combinations of youth and veterans here on the squad. But I think the youth academy we got right now, I think they're here for years to come as we give up another goal there, as that one's going to be scored there in the 90-minute +3. And now with about a minute left here, we got to make sure we do not let them get back in this one here, as they're getting a little too comfortable here on this side of the pitch of making shots here like that in tight spots there, as they're able to drop one in there. So it's now 4-3 here at home, and the crowd is starting to quiet down here, getting a little concerned, which I don't blame them. And we're just looking for that final whistle here, and that's, oh, thank goodness, it's going to be there as we get the final whistle. Unfortunately, we give it 3 goals, but we still win the game here 4-3 as we pick up 3 points, and we move on with again a record of 2-0 here in the first 2 matches here in the Premier League. So Sanabrini, 2 goals, 3 attempts there from him. Nice day. And, of course, actually, both games so far, he's been playing very well there for us. And we're hoping that will continue as we get to our 3rd and final game here in today's episode. But, yeah, so far, this has been a pretty good look here. I mean, I'm still a little concerned about the defense. Defense is still, you know, one of those huge question marks there, because we got a couple young guys there that we got to get on the pitch here, and I'm kind of concerned of how that's going to work out. Of course, like I said, we're going to start putting those guys in here once we you know, play mainly against some of the lower competition here in the Premier League. Some of the teams there in the bottom there in the bottom third. You know, obviously your teams that are getting that relegation zone, and you know, as the time goes on through this season, they'll be added more often, more frequent. Once we figure out, you know, once it starts, you know, the teams starting, you know, other teams are starting breaking away. You know, you have more teams are, you know, fighting for a Premier League title, and the other ones are kind of just trying to fight to stay alive in the Premier League. As you see here, we got another offer for Shasha, and there you see it's going to be Berlin, or it's FC United Berlin. So it is a loan deal, not a transfer. So you know what, I'm thinking, like, okay, he's one of our young, you know, strikers. I really want to see him. He's kind of the next one who's going to be called up, and so we decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and make that move. So he is going to go to FC Union Berlin for exactly 1 year. And of course, if we need him back because of injury or such, or even playing time, he doesn't get the enough playing time that we're hoping that he'll get, we can always bring him back. So there you see, yeah, of course, Cornelius is our top guy there, but he, you know, Sasha's our next one that we're looking at as our goal leader in that position, and of course take that position over once Cunha is, of course, either being traded or, you know, being sold off or decides to retire. However, there you see him, right back. He also plays right mid. You got Bournemouth looking at him as well. And then I'm kind of thinking maybe not, because again, he's 23 years of age. If this was a loan, possibly, but they're asking for a transfer, and he is kind of the next guy that's going to take over that position there from Nelson on that right backside of our pitch. And I think for right now, I got him in the process of rotating him in the games. He has been, so far he's been in both of these games here as a rotation player coming in the final minutes of these last 2 matches here, and he's going to be doing so that same kind of thing for the course of the next couple of games here this season, and eventually he will be making a start at some point. So we go to our third and final game here today, as we'll be on the road here. We're taking on Brentford, and of course Brentford finished in 13th place last season with a record of 11, 11, and 16. They also had 44 points as well, just like Nott'm Forest last season, and of course also as Brighton there. They were all in that mid-table there from last year. For here in the Premier League. But so far in 2 matches, they are 0-1-1. The previous match, of course, I bet you can't guess who it was. It was Crystal Palace, and they lost to Crystal Palace 2-0. So Crystal Palace not scoring a lot of points, but they're so far here. What I've noticed here in especially these last 2 games, they've pretty well. They actually gave up a goal there in that game against Nott'm Forest they played against. So they are, scoring goals. Not a lot of goals, but it looked like one of those teams that is kind of dangerous to kind of deal with here in the Premier League. So we'll definitely have to watch out for that coming up in the next episode. Cunha makes a goal, and that's going to be another one here for us as we now lead it here 1-0 here in Brighton, in Brentford. Nice victory there as taking on the Bees. And already the crowd for the home team here, not liking what our Wolves are doing here right now. Like I said, we are on a mission here. This pack is ready to go here this season. We're looking to, of course, take over the Premier League as well as English football, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and then, of course, we have our first, Champions League game here as well coming up here, I think, in episode 18. So we got a lot of things going on here. We got a lot of expectations for this team, especially here in the Premier League. I think we're still the heavy favorites in a lot of these here so far early on in the season. So we want to kind of defend our title both the domestic cup tournaments as well as the Premier League. And of course we want to have a good showing here in the Champions League, as we'll see another goal being scored there by Cunha as he scores another one. Yeah, another one. As that's going to be his second here in this game here in particular. I think he's now scored, close to 6 or 7 goals now so far here in these first 3 games. And of course, this game's not even done quite yet. So he could definitely score probably close to 9 or 10 before this episode is over with as a total in these 3 games. And we'll see here 2-0 lead here for the Wolves, as we'll see a cross there, a nice crossing attempt there from Brentford, as they cannot do anything on that one. Now here, Wolves here now making a push here. Oh, nice job there. Cunha getting around the defense, shoots and scores there at the penalty marker, and that's going to put up now 3-0. Wolves lead this one here. Already scoring 3 goals here under 15 minutes here in this game. They're doing a great job here, as you see the fans like what they're seeing. Of course, like I said, we're trying to do our best to continue on from where we left off last season. And of course, bring home another Premier League title. That's our biggest objective of all things here this season. As you'll see a pass there, that's a nice shot. And that one getting past the goalkeeper, making a good and awesome move there. Now Brentford here trying to now pace themselves here. And that ball's taken away there. Now Gomes here shoots this one off deep there to Cunha. Cunha now has it. Cunha going here. He's going to go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That's going to be another goal for him. It's now 4-0 here in Brentford As the fans, they are not liking this at all. I'm sure a lot of them are saying some nasty and some ugly things to our team here. As we'll see another shot here, another different angle here this time. As he just rifles this one. The goalkeeper got a piece of it, but not enough to make a deflection. As that one just whizzes right past him. Now Cunha here, now going for another, and oh, lose the foot there, and looks like it will be a penalty. Yep, it is. It looks like it's gonna be, or not a, or it's gonna be a yellow card there on Kim. As Cunha there, making his argument there about what type if that should be a PK opportunity here, but it's not going to be the case here. It's going to be a free kick, so we'll see what Celebrini can do as he is making his attempt here to try to maybe set up something here nice for a chance to get a score, as that one's going to get there, and unfortunately can't do much with that free kick there. As now we have a chance now here to go for it here as Gomes has it. Gomes here is going to shoot, and he's going to, pass there to Redon, as he is going to get this one there. It's now 5-0 here, as the Wolves now getting close to a half hour here in this game, and so far have done some really good work here in this first near this first half hour of this matchup. Look at the pass right there, right across there, nice pass, and able to get this one and shoot this one. Just gives a nice little kiss off the foot there, as he puts just enough there to get that one past the goalkeeper, now make it a 5-0. As now we'll see here Brentford here trying to get an attack of some sort. And of course Igar here, he is a pain in the butt. If you guys remember from last year, he gave us a hard time in that final matchup we had against this same Brentford team. As now we'll see, of course, return the favor here for him. And see, I believe he scored 2 or 3 goals on us last year. And now we'll see Cunha getting the pass there, and he that's a good finish there. Nice job. As that's going to definitely put a bad taste in their mouth there. As the goalkeeper here gets tricked, thinking that the Gomes was going to shoot, but he does a great job there passing that one off to Cunha, and Cunha makes just a nice tap in there to finish it off. And the goalkeeper there got tricked into thinking that was going to be actually, no, maybe that's Celebrini that gave that pass to him, that passed that ball there to Cunha. But regardless, it was a good finish there. And so now we'll see Igar here. He's of course he is dangerous with that football here on this side of the field. Got to make sure he does not get a chance to score. Because like I said, last time we played against them, he was pretty much a one-man wrecking crew against us. I think he scored either 2 or 3 goals against us in that matchup towards the end of the season, and came really close to winning that game. As we'll see our 7th goal being made here, and I think this is goal number 6 now here for Cunha. As we'll see here in the crowd, of course, booing us. Hey, don't boo us, love us. We're playing some good football right now. As that was a semi-decent shot there, but that rebound came back, and we were right there set up for it perfectly and able to drop that one in the net. As Gomes down here, makes a chance to an opportunity for a shot. He's going to find one as well, as he's able to get in the net himself. A nice play. As the other Gomes makes a good play here. Take a look at this from his point of view. Nice job there setting that up. And that's going to be another goal here for the Wolves, as the Wolves now lead it here now. What is it now? 8-0 here. So they're trying to get that clean sheet here. An hour into the game and putting a lot of work in here now. Defense just needs to really tighten up. Getting a little stronger here and try to finish this one off on the right foot. Dressler here now in the game, taking over for Celebrini, and he is going to miss his opportunity there for a goal. That one's going to be, of course, a tough one to take, but hey, it is what it is. And of course, you know, you guys remember Dresser was in our Austin FC series there in FIFA 20 or 22, excuse me. And of course, it's kind of funny that we were able to pick him up there in the off season, and we were able to get a chance to put him as one of our. He's going to be playing mainly a backup cam. Occasionally, we'll probably make some more starts in the Cup games, FA Cup, Carabao Cup games. Then in the Premier League, he'll probably be set up as a backup, which is fine. But Dresser got a good, strong arm. He can score as well. He's one of our leading scorers in the FC series. Of course, in this one, he's a little older. And, of course, that's what I kind of know how his shooting ability is and what he can do in certain situations there. And that's why we end up picking him up. But Celebrating here makes a shoot and score. It's now 9-0. I think at this point here, Brentford is pretty much wanting the white flag to come out here and just go ahead and say they give in as they get another goal here. Nice finish, as we've been seeing these guys here this season so far. Doing a great job lining that one up and rocking that one right past the goalkeeper, getting him to stretch out. And they put up another goal here. As I'm pretty sure Brighton fans not Brighton fans, I said Brentford fans are probably making their way out of the stadium here. It's all Dresser. Great job here. Dresser looking for his first goal. Does a wolf, and he does. Nice job. As Dresser gets a goal here. It's now 10-0 here. And oh my goodness, this right here makes me nervous because I want to get a clean sheet here, but I know at some point here, someone in that back line is going to mess it up and cause them to get a goal to squeak by for whatever reason. So, got to be very cautious here. Of course, when I'm playing this situation, I'm not trying to think of a clean sheet, but at the same time, it's almost like don't think about the perfect game. Don't think about you're that close from the perfect game, and then all of a sudden, your mind wanders and you're not really focused on how you were when you started the game, and then next thing you know, that first hit comes through. It's like, damn it. I'm not trying to mention the perfect game. I'm not trying to say anything about the perfect game, but at the same time, it's like, I'm that's close from getting a perfect game. And that's how I feel like in this one. I'm so close to getting a clean sheet. It could be easily taken away from us as we get another goal here, making it now 11-0. Nice job there as Dresser gets his second goal here. Doing a great job there, coming off the bench and scoring goals. 4 extra minutes now here in stoppage. And of course, this, like I said, this is the part that really makes me nervous because one slip up, one person getting that ball and getting past our defensive line like this causes problems as we give up a goal here. Dang it. And of course, if it's all people, it's the guy that I was trying to make sure he did not get a goal here in today's game. As Igar gets that ball, he rifles that one high on the near the crossbar there on the high end. And yeah, we could not get the goal there that we were looking for. Oh, okay, never mind. Mimble there got the goal. Never mind. So, okay, Igar didn't get the goal, but all right. Well, it's still a game here for us. It's Dresser. Oh, Dresser trying to get that one in there, trying to sneak that one in there for his third goal. Could not get that one in there. Again, we got to play better defense here, fellas. As we got, we're looking for that final whistle here. Igar has, nice job there getting that one away from him. Now let's just try to move the ball up the field here, and we do. And that is how this one's going in. So no clean sheet at all in any of these games here. We're still looking for that first clean sheet, but nonetheless, it's all right because we got the 3 points that we need. That's the most important thing of all. And we get that 3 points here against them. 11-1 is your final. As Dresser gets 5 attempts, 2 goals in today's game. And of course, we win this one here on the road. So nice, not a bad start here. Or to get a win, you got to give up some goals here. Of course, I wish our defensive was a lot more better than it has been. But we'll still, we'll take the win. But defense got to be stronger there towards the end with extra minutes. When we have those extra minutes there, we got to be able to control the ball, get possession of it. Midfield, backfield needs to be a lot more stronger there. We just got to do a better job here. We came so close of getting that clean sheet there. But Cunha had a really great game there. 6 goals in the game there. Nice job there for him. Dresser had 2 and 1 assist. Celebrini had 1 goal and 3 assists. And Rendon had 1 goal. And, of course, Gomes there had a goal and assist there from him. And then, of course, there you see Brentford's numbers as well. And it's like I said, it's difficult taking those 1 goal, shots they get, and they get it in there. It's like, damn it, like that should have been a clean sheet, but it is what it is. But we'll see here. Gill is being offered a deal here for him. It's a transfer deal, and we're gonna go ahead and accept that, as we got a kind of a log jam of players in that position there. And so we'll see what they'll make an offer for him, and see if they'll take it. But right now, like I said, we got some areas where we got some guys that we need to, some areas that they're not going to get, some of the, especially younger players, not going to get an opportunity to play this season, because right now we got a lot of guys that are still in their prime right now. So I always try to find those guys places they can play at, not necessarily as well, this one will be a opportunity for him to play somewhere else, because I think we have better talent than him that can play that position for us in the future. So we're just going to go ahead and say, hey, you know what? We're going to give you an opportunity to go play somewhere else for the this transfer. As for the speaking of transfer, we got deadline day coming up. We got 10 hours. For us, I think we'll talk more about it in the next or the first video of the season in Wolves TV. But I don't think we're going to make a splash. I don't think we're going to make any moves. I feel pretty comfortable with the team that we've put together since the last transfer window. So I think for right now, I think we got the team that is going to help us, do well here in this first half. And of course, obviously, if things, spiral out of our control, especially like injuries like it was last season, then we'll definitely make moves. But right now, I don't feel like we need to make any moves right now. I think we got some solid guys that can play if we need them to play, backup wise, come in and play that starting role. But right now, the team is in a good spot. We're 3-0. It's always tough to figure out what we need and what we don't need, because we start so early. The season, the transfer window comes up so early. But I feel like we got a good team. So next video, I don't think we'll, unless I find somebody that we can go after and make a good deal with. But I think honestly right now, we're just not going to be making any moves right now. I think if anything, we'll be sending guys out on loans, maybe a couple of transfers to get some money, because of log jams in certain positions. But I think overall, I think we have the team that we need, and I think we'll be good. So stay tuned for Wolves TV. That'll be coming up next, and then after that, there'll be another episode of more here of the Wolves, as we have actually one of our first Champions League games coming up. So stay tuned for that here on the channel. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and of course hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGNet. And of course, check us out over on our second channel here on YouTube at ESGNet Plus LP, and we got great content over there as well when it comes to FIFA and FC 25, and of course soon to be 26 on the second channel as well. But again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.